forget because that's kind of my thing. But today, I don't know if you guys were on our leadership call, but the first Monday of every single month, we have a leadership call that is led by Zach Bradley, Aaron Bradley, really the owners of Zaya. And they just kind of give us some updates as to what's going on. So if you were on that call, awesome. If not, don't worry about it. There's a recording. But one of the cool things that they announced today was that the promo for the month of May, we're in May, yes, we're in May. The promo for the month of May is a custom pair of Zaya Nikes for anybody who rank advances, okay? So that might be rank advancing to junior rep, to senior rep, to presidential. It doesn't matter. Any single rank advancement is going to earn you a pair of custom Nikes, which is super awesome, especially for all of our new team members who are looking to rank advance to junior rep. This should be some super great incentive because they're really cool shoes. I've earned one pair of custom Nikes in my time with Zaya, and I still wear them all the time. They're so fun. Okay, so tonight, I'm just gonna be super honest with you guys. I was talking to a couple people who I lead this call with, and we're like, well, what should we talk about tonight? Should we talk about, sorry guys, I'm just watching people and letting them in through the waiting room. Should we talk about the inventory and the low inventory for the next while and how to manage it? Do we talk about parties? Do we talk about attitude? Do we talk about maintaining a strong mindset during this? And here's what we came up with. The fact that you guys are showing up on this call tonight means you want to be here. It means that you want to have success. You're probably aware that our inventory is a little bit tight. It's going to be a little bit tight during this time of growth. There's a lot of resources for mindset. There's a ton of ways to plug in. So tonight we just were like, you know what? Let's talk about numbers, rank advancing, and how we actually do this. Here's what I think. I think anybody on this call who's looking to hit junior rep or senior rep in the month of May, I think you've got an amazing opportunity ahead of you, because I do think that we have plenty of inventory to make that happen. So this is what we're going to go through in the next 25 minutes. What does rank advancing look like? What does the terminology mean? And what are some ways that we can go from rep to junior rep or senior rep in the month of May? So first and foremost, we have to know, how do we do it, right? How do we get there? What does the journey look like? I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know what numbers I'm looking at. I don't know how to make those things happen. So I'm going to give you exactly what all those different terms mean, how you can find them, how you can achieve them, and then what happens when you do rank advance. So first, here's the cool thing about rank advancing. Rank advancing's fun because we all like the gifts that come with it. There's recognition, but more importantly, what happens when you're rank advancing, you're growing your business. Not only are you growing your business, but you're helping other people grow their business. So really, we're just kind of cultivating this whole experience of growth and change and community and all of these things together. We're also learning how to start earning residual income, and that's really important. Obviously, you guys being on this call tonight, I'm assuming that you want to grow a team. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're just here to check it out. But what happens is, and the reason that growing an organization within Zaya is attractive to a lot of people, is because you start to earn a residual income. So this is what happens. We know we earn sales off of earn commissions off of all of our personal sales. So we kind of know every month, if we have a goal, we can do some pretty simple math to say, I know that I want to earn X amount of dollars each month. So I can figure out, based on my commission, let's say I'm selling over $1,000. If I'm making 28%, I kind of know what I have to sell. Now, if we want to start growing a team and expanding that community, what's going to happen is Zaya is going to say, hey, listen, if you help bring other people on board to help share our brand, because we don't have stores, we don't have a brick and mortar spot, we literally sell our product through you sharing with other people and then growing a team and encouraging them to do it and help them do it along the way. So Zaya is going to pay you commissions based on your efforts in helping grow their sales force. Okay, so they're going to say, hey, you know what? This month, you and your team sold X amount of dollars, and we know that you're putting time and energy and effort and momentum into that, so we're going to pay you commissions for that. That's where the residual income starts to come into play, and that's where, if you're really here to earn like big time income, that's how that's going to happen. Okay. And let me start by saying it doesn't matter if you're here to earn $200 a week, you guys, or $5,000 a week, or 10 or 20 or 30, all of those numbers, there's people on this call making that kind of money. So it's definitely a legitimate way to do that. But it doesn't matter. So let me be very clear. It is totally fine if you are here to make $250 a month, or if you want to blow the roof off this thing. That is up to you. And you just have to share those goals with your sponsor and be true to yourself and what you want this business to look like, and then put it on the corresponding effort. Okay. So just make sure you kind of know going into this, because what that's going to do, it's going to eliminate a lot of the comparison game. It's going to take some of that confusion out. We know based on what you guys want to do, we can kind of help you get there if you share those goals. So wherever you are on the spectrum, know that that's okay. And that's where I want to start, because I always think that's important to say. Okay. And it might change as you go. So first, when we talk about rank advancing, let's talk about junior rep. I'm going to screen share in a second here to kind of show you guys where you can find some of this information and how you can read it. But there's a couple key words that we talk about. Sorry guys, I'm just admitting people. I don't know if there's like a easier way to do this, or if people could just stop hacking Zoom and swearing when they do it and whatever they do when they hack. That would be great, because then we won't have to do this all the time. Okay. So when we talk about rank advancing, there's some key numbers you need to know. One is lifetime personal volume. Your lifetime personal volume is everything you've ever sold in your career with Zaya. Okay, this number grows each month. It never starts over. It's cumulative. So your lifetime personal volume is something that from day one, when you sell your first piece of Zaya, it continues to grow throughout your entire career. There is something called first level volume that we need to look at when we're understanding rank advancements. Your first level volume is the combined volume that all of your personally sponsored reps are doing on a monthly basis, okay? So your first level volume does not include yours or any second, third level. It just includes your personally sponsored reps, the total of what they do in a month. And then the last number that's important is your group volume. Your group volume is going to be a total of everything that you do in a month, in addition to everybody on your team, whether it's your first line, your second line, your third line, but your group volume is your volume and everybody else in your downline. And I'll show you guys where you can find those numbers. Okay, so let me share my screen really quick here. Okay. All right. And if you guys have questions, please put them in the chat, and maybe I could have somebody just keep an eye on it and kind of ask as we go. All right, so this is, I always get so nervous when I share my screen. Not that I have anything to hide besides the fact that this is how I organize stuff. Just never know. Okay, so when we're looking at junior rep, for example, let's look at this column right here, this junior representative. I know a lot of you guys are like, get me to junior rep and let's go from there. So all of these numbers start over on a monthly basis, okay, except for one, and that's our lifetime personal volume. So when you enroll with Zaya, before you sell anything, your lifetime personal volume, automatically you get $145 when you enroll. And that's just the credit from enrolling. Everything else after that, every single sale you make is going to go towards this lifetime personal volume number. And in order to hit junior rep, it has to be $1,500. So that's could happen this month, it could happen next month, and that's kind of, again, where you want to set your goals. Zaya's, just so you guys know, a lot of the promos you see in the future, a lot of what you hear in Zaya, kind of the golden benchmarks of, hey, if you do this, you are like a rock star and you're going to grow like crazy, is 3 new recruits, 3 new business partners each month, and $2,500 in sales each month, okay? That's kind of like the whoa. Like if you did that in a month, keep doing what you're doing because it's working, and that's like the foolproof system. That doesn't mean you have to do it every month, and if you want to go faster, you could do double all of those numbers or whatever you want each month. But that's kind of where Zaya says, hey, this is our system. If you follow this, it's a foolproof system. So $1,500 lifetime personal volume, that again is the cumulative number. So as a junior representative, if you guys just started last month, you'll need to sell in total between the date that you started and the end of May, $1,500 total, okay? That can be through stuff that you purchase, through things that you sell, but I'll show you in your back office where you find that number. The next important number is this $600. So in order to to rank advance to junior rep, you need to have at least one business partner, okay? So you have to share this opportunity with at least one other person. Their volume has to be 600. So really what we tell people, like your goal in the first 30 days, if you're looking to rank advance, is to share this opportunity with at least one other person and help them get up and running just like your sponsor helps you. So introduce them to the business, give them some of the preliminary information, don't overwhelm them. There's a lot of info, and then help them start with their launch party, okay? And let's get their launch party to $600 and help them get some other events on the books. But your first level volume needs to be $600, and that's in a month, okay? So that's a monthly number. So you bring on a business partner in the month of May and you help them with their launch party and they sell $800 in their launch party. This qualification, you guys, is met, all right? Then on June 1st, that's gonna start over. And to get paid as a junior rep again, you'll have to hit that qualification again with your first level. But really, that growth kind of just happens as long as we continue to like mentor and stuff. So $600 monthly, first level combined. The next important number is this total group volume, okay? So in order to hit junior rep, you need your sales and your team sales to be at least $600. Now, this is kind of a goofy one, right? Because you're probably thinking, well, if my group volume has to be 600, my first level has to be 600, that's already met. Yes, correct, absolutely. Your total group volume, $600. If you look at senior rep, lifetime personal volume has to be $3,000. So from the day that you enroll until the end of the month, it has to be $3,000, like if you're trying to hit in May. And then your first level has to do $1,200. So maybe you've had 2 new business partners and they each do $600, or one person doing $1,300. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. The combination just has to be $1,200 in first level volume. And then your total group volume for senior representative has to be $2,000. So for example, if your monthly volume in May is $800 and your first level hits this $1,200 mark, you've achieved this total group volume of $2,000, okay? So I hope this is kind of making sense, but you guys can see as you go, these numbers obviously start to increase, and then eventually, like for executive, you need 2 people on your first level to hit director, but that's down the road. Don't worry about any of that right now, literally day by day. Step by step. So junior rep, $1,500 personal, lifetime personal volume, $600 on a monthly basis of your first level. So your first level doing $600 a month, and then your total group volume doing $600 a month, okay? Let me just check the questions really quick and admit a couple people who are in the waiting room. All right. Oh, great. It's just everybody wanting to do it. Okay. So how many reps do you need under you to become a director? It doesn't matter. So there's never really a rep requirement. So if you're looking at director here, you can see that the qualifications for director are $10,000 in lifetime personal volume. Your first level doing $2,000. So that doesn't matter if it's one business partner, if you've got one business partner who's doing $2,000, or if you've got 10 business partners who are doing it. There's no number of certain business partners, okay? Obviously, the more that there is, the quicker those numbers are typically hit, but there's never like a minimum of business partners, really, until you get to executive, where you need 2 directors on your first level. So you've got to mentor 2 people to get to that. So 2,000 in your first level volume each month to hit director, and then $10,000 in group volume. I think, first and foremost, I think junior rep is by far, I think junior rep is probably this tied with director in the most significant ranks that you can hit. I would say on our team in Roughly and Zaya, there's probably about 20 to 30% of people who hit junior rep. So it's not like everybody's out there doing this. It's the people who want to come here to build a business, to share this, to build residual income. So taking that first step to hit junior rep, I think, is very important. And I also think people who do it in the first 30 to 60 days tend to just have more momentum that they carry through their business. That's not to say that's the case for everybody, but typically that's kind of what we see. And then director, I think, is like the most pivotal point in this business, because once a rep hits the title of director, there's residual income happening. There's people on the team. There's just a ton of energy. And at that point, it would never really make sense to stop your business. So those are both what I think really the 2 main titles. Like I think those are the two biggest titles in Zaya that are important to get to. What happens if you have a month you do not meet those numbers? That's a great question, Amber. Thank you. So once you earn a title, you always keep that title. So if you hit junior rep, you're always called a junior rep. You are paid at whatever you qualify for that month. So if you are a senior rep, you hit senior rep in the month of May, and the next month, let's say your first level does 1,000 and you don't hit this 1,200 number, you're going to get paid at whatever rank you qualified for. So in that case, you'll probably get paid at this junior rep level. So you maintain the title, but each month you get paid at what you actually qualify for based on these qualifications, okay? How do you find out what the different levels of pay are? That's right down here, Paige. So this is going to show you guys what you're earning on all of those levels. So first and foremost, on your personal sales, you're getting paid on 100% of what those sales are. And we get that question a lot. So if I sell $1,000, I make $280. I'm getting paid on the full $1,000, okay? So you're getting paid on your personal sales, the full retail volume. When you have a team, these percentages are being paid on 75% of your group volume. So when you hit junior rep, for example, you're making 5% of 75% of what your first level achieved, okay? When you hit senior rep, you're making 5% of 75% of what your first level did, 2% of 75% of what your second level did. So personal sales, all of this right here, you guys, is 100%. Your personal sales, you're paid 100% retail. But on your team, you're earning this percentage on 75% of that group volume, if that makes sense. Okay, let me just double check here on questions. Yeah, the trackers are super helpful, and those are in whatever team page you're on. Those trackers are going to be in there, so make sure you're checking those out as well. The other thing that I want to share with you guys really quick is what happens when, and if you have questions, feel free to unmute yourself or put them in the chat, whatever is easiest for you guys.
Leah, Leah.
Oh, yep, Amy, hi.
I'm just going to jump in real quick. Also, you may be going to say this in a second, but if you want to mention the bonus that they get when they rank advance, especially if they do junior rep within the first 3 months, they only get it. Maybe mention that.
Thank you. So your bonuses, let me show you where those are. I don't know if they're on this sheet that I was going to share.
Yeah, just scroll. The one that you were just on, they're just over to the right further.
So here, I'm going to show you this one because this has the bonuses.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh, but okay, so when you guys hit these ranks, which you all will, as long as you show up every single day a little bit and be consistent, I promise. Junior rep is the only bonus that has a stipulation on it. So junior rep, you earn the $50 junior rep bonus if you hit it within your first 3 full months. So if you joined today, May 4th, you've got 3 full months to hit that bonus, okay? So May, April, May, June, July. You'd have till July 4th, all of May, all of June, all of July. Well, you'd have the whole month of July. But you have until from the day that you started. So that bonus does have that stipulation. The $50 bonus has to happen within the first 3 months. The rest of these rank advancement bonuses, it doesn't matter if you've been in Zaya for 20 minutes or 5 years. They will pay these out. It's a one-time bonus directly onto your commission check. The month after you hit it, and they'll go straight into your bank account. I know somebody the other day asked if they're paid out like in increments. Do I get part of the bonus if I hit it the first month and then maintain it the second and the third? Not at all. You could hit it one time, you'll get the bonus. Doesn't matter if you ever qualify at that rank again, but it's a one-time payment. Those bonuses are. And then in addition to that, there's some really big scary animals outside, and I don't know what they are. So if I run, somebody just take over. Okay. There's this recognition program that's kind of cool. So as a junior rep, for every single rank, you get a bracelet that have charms on them. They're really adorable. I don't have mine on. I don't know if anyone does, but it's a bracelet that has the Z for Zaya, and then it's got your rank advancement initials on there, and then the moon. But you get one in this really amazing box every single time that you rank advance. Oh, they're right here, actually. Down here, you can see it. So for the junior rep, you get the bracelet and then the $50, assuming it's within the first 3 full months. For senior rep, you're getting the bracelet, $75 bonus. Director, you get bracelet and flowers delivered to your house. I had the sweetest old guy deliver mine when I hit it. $100 bonus. Senior director, you get a bracelet, a Zaya bathrobe, $100 massage gift card, a $200 bonus. Executives get a bracelet, a Zaya Tumi bag, which was way cooler than what I got when I hit executive. And then a $500 bonus. Zaya executive is a bracelet, Zaya passport holder, and the Zaya executive trip. That's $1,000. Double Zaya executive bracelet, and then from there on out you just get your trip every single year in the airfare. So this year, for example, is a trip to Bermuda. Last year was Thailand. Those trips are always in the month of January. So like Zaya, if you're a Zaya executive right now, you've already earned it. You've earned it every single year. Zaya executive, your trip is paid for, but not your airfare. And then from Double Zaya executive and on, the airfare, the trip, everything is covered. And they're really cool. I didn't get to go to Thailand because actually I didn't get to go to two of them because I was just pregnant having babies. But I am going to Bermuda as long as we could travel by then. So those are the different rank advancement gifts that you get in addition to those bonuses. So it's a pretty neat system. But that's our recognition program in a nutshell. And then we do have guy gifts as well, because we do have men in Zaya now. So there's like a little bit different. Not much, but those are the different pieces of recognition for rank advancing. But really what I would encourage you guys to do is let me stop the screen share for a second. As you're writing out your goals for the month, first and foremost, I would make sure that you're writing your goals down and sharing them with your sponsor, because if you're sharing them with your sponsor, they kind of know how to hold you accountable. And more than likely, they've probably hit junior rep. If not, they know a lot of people who probably have. So they're going to kind of be able to direct you in showing you how to do it. So I always tell people, hey, in your first 30 days, right now, the only thing that you have to focus on is sharing this brand with other people, getting it into customers' hands, because it kind of sells itself once you get it into their hands, and then sharing the business opportunity. And a lot of people will say, well, Leah, that's great, but I don't know how to share this opportunity if I'm brand new, because I don't have any ground to stand on. I'm new. I don't know what to say. That's an amazing time to start sharing this opportunity. I recruited, I think, 3 new business partners in my first 15 days. And I'm not a magical recruiter by any means. I'm very consistent. I don't do a ton every month, but I'm consistent. And my conversations were, hey, I just joined this company that's having massive explosive growth, so much that we can't even keep product on the shelf right now. But I'd love to do it with you. I would love to learn about this company with you, go through this process with you, travel with you. The opportunity right now, you guys, is so massive, and just sharing that in a genuine way, like, hey, I'm doing this because I believe in it. I believe in the people who are doing it. I know that there's a process to follow in order to have success. And most importantly, I know that there's a ton of growth happening right now. And that's a rocket ship that I want to be on. Like, I want to be in part of this. Actually, today on the call, I don't know, I think I have a screenshot of it that Aaron actually shared. And it's pretty cool. This was a screenshot, so it's a little bit blurry, but this is our growth trajectory. That last spike, you guys, is our 23rd and our 24th month of business. So you can see, like, this is the very beginning of Zaya of month 1. And then you can kind of see it growing and growing and growing. And the space between these last 2 bars over here is the month of April. Like, let me just tell you, as when I started 2 years ago, I was back, oh man, I must have been like right between like 14 and 15 back here. And that growth was explosive. So you're in a great place at a great time. That much I know for sure. I read something the other day that network marketing companies, and I have to think of the exact stat, I think it said their fastest growth starts to happen between month, like, I don't know if it was like 36 and 52 or something. Like, those months are where like absolutely blows up. I think we're like in 36. So we're in a pretty unique time. Yes, you can share that info. There's not a ton of info on it, and they do that, I think, on purpose. It just shows you on the bottom the month. So like month 23 to 24, and this is just a 2-year visual, so this doesn't even show our first year. But yeah, I mean, I don't think that probably does you guys a lot of good, but if you want to screenshot that, feel free, just to kind of give people an idea of where we're at. And I can put this on our team page. I don't think I'll get in trouble. If I do, that's fine. I'll take it down, but you can kind of see it on there. 36 and 72, Holly. Yes. What if you rank advanced twice in a month? Then you are just kicking ass and you get both bonuses, both bracelets, and that'll happen the next month. So those bonuses, and just to give you guys an idea too on commissions, so we get paid once a month. Typically commissions are posted, I would say 4 to 5 days after the month, kind of depending on where weekends fall. Usually our commissions are hitting our bank accounts on the 8th. Usually it's the 8th of the month. Again, with like holidays and weekends, sometimes it's a tiny bit different, but usually it's the 8th of the month when you guys are going to see those hit your bank accounts, and that's where that bonus is going to be too. That one-time bonus is going to hit at the same time. It's just going to be added right onto your commission check. Oh, in addition to this month, that was announced on the call today, is the custom Nikes. So anybody who rank advances any rank this month, in addition to what was already that I just showed you guys, there's a custom pair of Nikes that are being added to it, which is pretty cool. They're awesome shoes. I know a lot of people that would do a lot of crazy things for shoes. You just got to hit junior up. In April, there was 112% growth. Yeah, if you're a numbers person, guys, that's incredible, especially where we're at. So do you always get the bonus when you rank advance? I'm sorry. Anna, do you always get the bonus when you rank, or do you have to do more? As soon as you hit the rank, you get the corresponding bonus one-time payment. Does that make sense? I think I'm reading that question correctly. If you rank up twice this month, can you get 2 pairs of Nikes, or are they limited to 1? That's a really good question. I would love to say 2, but I'm going to guess 1. I think it's probably one pair. It's a great question though, and I will ask Zach for sure. No, there's this promotion this month has nothing to do with PV or a number of new business partners added. It's just rank advancing. Now, of course, to rank advance, you have to do some of those things, right? We have to have certain minimums of personal sales and team sales, and you have to have at least 1 business partner hitting those numbers that we talked about to rank advance, but there's no stipulation around any of that. Thank you, Kilby. One pair per person. There are some crazies, you guys, who will rank advance like 4 times this month. So that's probably good that they shared that and said that right off the bat. Ellie, where are you? Show your face. I bet Leah will toss in another pair. You know what? I probably would for my personally sponsored reps. Ellie, where are you? Oh, hi. Okay, so do you have any nuggets, Ellie? I can let you end with a nugget because it's 8:31. You don't have any?
Leah, can I share a nugget?
Yeah, where are you? I can't see any.
I'm up here. It's Amy.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Maybe. So just speaking from my experience, so if you guys don't know me, so I do a really high volume in sales. And so when I first started, I was like, I don't need to grow a team. I'm going to make enough money just off of my personal sales. And what I have realized really fast, that was totally the wrong way to go about it. And if you truly want to like the farther you go, it's hard. It gets so much harder to rank advance trying to sail on your own ship. So I rank advanced really fast those first 3 rounds, but I was doing it with only 3 reps on my team, which is insane. But now, like, to keep going, like, you have to have people behind you because you just can't do that volume of sales on your own. So what I would encourage any new rep is, like, if you can get 1 or 2 people on your team a month, I mean, sometimes 3 sounds lofty, even though 3 is like the magic number. Like, if you can get 1 or 2, like, go for it. Like, you got to do it, because otherwise you get to a point where like you have to have people. You just do. You have to have people. And so if I would have done this over again, I would have tried to start recruiting right away, but I didn't think I wanted to grow a team. I had no idea what this opportunity was going to do for me. And so I didn't. I just, like, you have to present the opportunity to every party hostess, which I did not do a very good job of. I just didn't. And so the one thing I've been preaching to my team, and I can tell anybody else, is like, just present the opportunity. Even if you don't think the person is interested, like, they have hostess credits to use, like, let them know they can use them on the starter kit, because that's huge for people. And if you don't, you're doing yourself a disservice, not just those people, but you're also doing yourself a disservice. So share the opportunity early on, especially, because even adding 2 reps a month, or 1 rep a month for that matter, is like, it's huge. It's so huge. So if I had to do it all over again, that's what I would do, for sure.
I'm so glad you shared that, Amy, because I think there's a couple of really important things that we can pull out of that. One, exactly what you said. If you had to do it over again, I can't re-say that. I think you said it perfectly. Sharing it with your reps, just so you guys know that too, if that didn't make 100% sense, you can use hostess credits to enroll. So if you've got a party and your hostess has done $600, they've got $65 in credits, and they can use that towards their enrollment kit, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty good deal when you break down the math. And in addition, that's a really easy conversation, especially when you're starting your business. If you don't feel like you know where to start with conversation, that's one of my favorite ways to share this opportunity. The majority of my business partners, you guys, came from Facebook parties. And one of the things I always say is, hey, your party is at $600, and I don't know if you've ever considered this, but your market seems to really be attracted to this brand. You're doing a really great job, and this is what I do. Is this something that you would ever consider? And then share with them what their commissions would look like, and that this is what you do. So I think that's such an easy, non-invasive way to share this brand with other people that doesn't feel weird or yucky.
And also, you can be like, 6 people just ordered. You already have 6 customers. Like, those are going to be their customers. So you can say, like, you've already got 6 customers. When they get their stuff, they can share their reviews on your page, and you've already got an audience. You have an audience already.
Right. And worst case scenario, right, Amy? Worst case scenario, they say, hey, I don't think this is for me. And
Yeah.
then you say, great. Like, I would love to follow up with these people and make sure that they are treated with gloves. Like,
yep.
Super easy. Okay, I'm going to leave you guys with this. I'm going to leave you with my numbers in the first year of business and what they looked like. So let me share with you my desktop. This is my first year of business from March to April. This purple section right here, you guys, that's my personally sponsored business partners. So I never and I tell people this all the time, you're going to see people put up like 8s and 13s and I don't know, 5,000s, not that high. But some people are just really heavy recruiters. I was never crazy, but I was certainly consistent. And I can tell you, some people are like, well, man, I haven't recruited anybody yet. Listen, sometimes in some cases, the first one is the hardest because you just got to get used to the conversation and how it feels. But once you do it, you guys, man, your confidence and your belief in your ability to have success doing it is going to skyrocket. You're going to be like, I know how to do this. Like, I can mentor somebody. It's a really cool feeling. So I would just encourage you, if you're unsure, just try it. And if you bring someone on and you're like, I don't know how to help or mentor, ask your sponsor. They'll help you do it. But here's the cool part about these correlations, guys. These are, again, my personally sponsored my first year. You can see how the team size kind of grows and then the group volume. And what I can tell you guys is that this set of numbers right here did not even live in nearly the same world of growth that we're having today, if that makes sense. Okay, so I believe these numbers in right now today's world and what we just saw in April and what we're going to see, especially when we have our inventory restock, guys, totally just wild. So anyways, that is my first year of business, and I wanted to share that just because I think the consistency is important. And do you get a lot of team members from your parties? Yeah, mine, most of mine were somehow, whether it was a hostess or a customer who anytime someone purchases, I put them in my VIP page. and maybe they were somebody who ended up becoming a rep. But you guys, I promise, it's not like you don't just have to go on the street and start picking people off. Like, talk to people on your dream team. Talk to people you legit. I mean, I do this business with some of my best friends. Like, Ellie was my college roommate. So make a dream team of people that you legit want to do this with, and then just share the brand. Sharing the brand is going to do so much work, like in and of itself, that you'll be surprised. So it's just following up on the work you do. Most of you guys are already doing it anyways. If you're having parties, just take the extra step and talk a little bit about the opportunity. So can we share our exact numbers of commission? No. I feel like I just have to say no to that. I know we just got an email regarding being careful with wording. Absolutely. Never spam. I think even without, the FTC watching closely, I would never put that publicly. Some people might. I think Zaya is a little bit of a unicorn in the MLM industry because of the way that we've created a culture. And I think that's something that we want to get behind because it's causing some serious growth and a lot of respect in the industry. I think if you're having a one-on-one conversation, and I don't mean to put this on anyone here, but maybe I could get a head nod from my sponsor if she feels like this is appropriate. If you're having a private conversation and someone says to you, hey, is this business profitable? If it's a private conversation offline, I think it's okay to say, yeah, I invested $295 and this is where I'm at today. That is not necessarily the case for everybody. Or the percentage commissions that we make, you guys, is listed on our website. Just don't say anything that could be like falsified. Don't use it to entice people. Use our pillars, use the experience, use the culture. But I think in a private conversation, you could say, here's my experience if it's offline. But I wouldn't get too deep in sharing any specific numbers. I don't think, and the things I don't even think we need to. I think we've got so much other stuff that's going to make people see the value here.
Hey, Leah, I have a question quick.
Yeah.
Would you share like how you would kind of like combat the conversation if somebody brings up, because I've had a lot of questions on it lately as far as like, can I see a chart what your average director makes or your average senior rep makes? So like, let's say you're talking to somebody about it. What would you say back to that as if like they're asking for your potential income? Because I feel like that's kind of, I know other direct sales companies and it's just been coming up a lot. So how would you, like, what advice would you give in a conversation like that to say?
That is a great question. My personal response to that right now would be, and it's true, this is 100% accurate. Because of our growth, we can't put out, if we put our numbers out every month right now, they would hardly even coincide because we're having so much massive growth. Like the number of reps and junior reps, the number of people at each rank each month is growing so fast in our company and our revenues and I don't know if this is making sense, because everything is growing so fast. We don't have averages yet. Like our average from last month to April to what's going to be in May, because it's growing so fast, we can't even hardly average that right now. And I think that's probably what I would say. I don't know if there's anybody else on here with anything specifically that they'd want to share on that, but my advice would be, here's my personal experience. We don't disclose that information right now simply because of where our growth is. Like we can't, it doesn't even make sense month over month.
Hey, Leah.
Yes.
One thing that you did that was helpful for me, and we were not at this crazy growth point back then 2 years ago, but you did the math of what was possible. So instead of saying like the average director earns this much money, you would say like, well, this is your commission. And if you want to have 3 parties a month and the average party is this low ball amount of money, here's what you could potentially earn. And that was really helpful to me because you were also like, and you choose if you want to take it really far or if you want to take it a little slower. So I would just kind of run the numbers with people that way.
Yes.
Great. I totally agree. I agree.
And you can do that. You guys might be like, that sounds like Spanish to me. I don't know what that means. I shouldn't say that because there's probably a lot of very like Spanish fluent people on here. I used to be pretty fluent and then I just stopped practicing. Anyways, I'm getting off on a tangent. Different language. Might sound like a different language, right? So here's what you can do. Work with your sponsor. If this is what I would tell people. We don't have those numbers because at each rank, people make very different amounts of money because of how quickly we're growing. But don't even give it a ton of attention. Say that and then move on to this. What would be an ideal income goal for you in month 1, 6, and 12? And let them share, because now you're making it about them. Put it back on them. And they can say, it doesn't matter what our average director makes. They need to know like what's their goal. They've got to think about it. They've got to understand their why. They got to know what their goals are. And if they say, hey, my goal in month 6 is to make $500 a month or $2,500 a month, say, okay, like, I can help you break that down. And you kind of can. So work with your sponsor. If they're not sure how to do it, you guys can ask me, but you can kind of say, okay, based on that, like if you want to make $500 in your first month, we know that you need to sell, I don't know, what is that? Hold on a second, just to give you a quick example. Okay, $2,500. Just remember this one so you always have a baseline. If you sell $2,500 in your first month, you're making $700 commission, right? 2,500 times 28% commission, $700. Work from there. And kind of do the math from there. Yeah, there you go, Renee. The math there.
You can also like let's say somebody does $1,000 party. You can say, if you would have just ran this party on your own, you would have made $280. So you can put it to them that way, because they're gonna be like, well, this party was really easy. So you can say, like you do one party for somebody that does $1,000. Like there's your enrollment kit back right there. So you can give them that number or that,
Yes. Yeah, 100%, Amy. And I love to shift the focus on, instead of thinking about what you'll make month after month, let's get a game plan together to help you sell $1,100 within your first 30 to 45 days and make back your income. Before you're profitable, let's make that back. Yes. Yes. Our goal should always be with people. Let's make your investment back. And we know the investment's $295. We know $1,100 is going to cover that. Step 1. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, okay? Step 1, get your investment back. And if it's to rank advance, step 2, let's have some conversations with people, okay? But those 2 things in the first 30 days, guys, that's all we want to focus on. We don't want to focus on all the other, there's too much. I'm telling you, there are people on, like every single day I'm bouncing ideas off of people on my first level and Ellie, and I'm asking questions, and we are learning as we go. We're learning as we go as a company right now. And that's amazing. That's what it's like to be a pioneer of something huge. Less is more, for sure. So, all right, it's 46 minutes. It's way past 30 minutes, you guys, and it's Monday night. But hopefully that was helpful. If you guys have any questions, quick, put them in the chat. Otherwise, share questions on the team page and we can go over them. But guys, I'm telling you, if you're new, focus on the simple things, okay? Just focus on the simple things. Lock hands with your sponsor. Tell them what you want to do this month, and they're going to say, great, do A and B, and just go do A and B. And then at the end of May, look up, see where you're at, make some adjustments, and move forward. But don't overcomplicate it. It's supposed to be fun. It's a simple system, and it's growing like crazy. So hopefully they'll have some updated growth numbers for us soon. And gosh, you guys, let's hope for some awesome new releases on Wednesday. So I'll have this recording up and on the team pages, on our YouTube page as well. There's a post on the Grow and Celebrate page. And if you're part of a different page, I know there's posts on there too that have all of these recordings in a nice, safe, simple place for you. So yeah, you guys go get those Nikes. I want them. I'm going to try to get them too. All right, guys, have a great night. Thank you, Amy, Aaron, everybody who jumped in. Appreciate it.